Hi guys, my name is Michelle and I am the owner of Lily Rose Craft Room. If you're new here, then welcome to my channel. If you love crafting tutorials, reviews, tips and tricks, then make sure you're subscribed to my channel and tap that bell to be notified when videos are posted. For today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to use the Cricut Mug Press. Before we get started, I wanted to give Cricut a huge thank you for sponsoring this video by sending us the Cricut Mug Press. Alright guys, let's get right onto the video. Once we take our Cricut Mug Press out of the box, it comes with a wire. So we're going to connect that wire to the mug press and the other end goes in the wall. Next, there's a wire that connects from the mug press to your computer, and this is only to register your product, so this doesn't need to be connected the whole entire time. Okay, so to set up our new Cricut Mug Press, we're going to open up Cricut Design Space, and then we're going to click these three little lines at the top. And then we're going to click New Product Setup. And then we're going to click Heat Press, Cricut Mug Press. And we're going to follow the steps. We already plugged it in and we plugged it against the wall. And we also pressed the power button. And I also connected the USB onto my computer and we are going to hit continue. And once it's connected, you'll hear the mug press make a little beeping sound. Okay, so now that our mug press is set up, we're going to be making a design. So again, we're going to click these three little lines. We're going to go to Canvas, and on projects, on the search bar, we are going to type in Mug Press Design Setup. And once we're here, we are going to be looking for this one right here. This one has 20 sizes that you can select, and there's different edges to choose from. I like the wavy edge, so we're gonna select that one, and since we have a 12 ounce, we're gonna use that one, and then we're gonna hit customize. This is gonna pop up. It's the pre-size template. So this right here shows you that this is gonna be the front of the mug or the back, and this is gonna be the other side, and this is gonna be the middle. So this just gives you an idea like where to put your design. And these are pre-sized for the Cricut mugs, so you don't need to resize it unless you're using an off-brand, but these are specifically for the Cricut mugs. Next, we're going to go to images and we're going to type in a design that we'd like to see. I'm going to type in crafting. And then I'm just going to scroll to see what I like. This one's cute. So I'm going to select this one. And then we're going to put add to canvas. And then we're just going to resize this one to make it fit our template. And then I like my mugs double-sided, so I'm just going to duplicate this, right click, duplicate, and we are going to put it on the other side of the mug. So to align these, we're going to highlight the both of these, and then we're going to go on align, and we're going to center vertically. And once I have my design how I like it, we are going to hide this little mug template. And then now we need to attach everything together so it can cut. And then we're going to go down right here and attach. That way the machine knows that it's going to cut out only one design. And then we're going to hit make it. And always remember, when you're creating a mug, you need to mirror your image or else it's going to come out backwards. And my material size is going to be a 12-inch mat. And then we're going to hit continue and load our machine. And then to cut it, we're going to click Infusible Ink Transfer Sheet. And then we're going to cut it. Okay, next I'm going to show you guys how to do a design when it's only the lettering and without the background. So we're going to go on projects. We're going to do Mug Press Design Setup. And then this time we are going to select this one where we could add our design. And then this time we're going to select Drawn Mug Design Setup. And we're going to select the 12 ounce because I'm using a 12 ounce. And then we're going to customize it. And then once again we have a template, but this time it's blank. So now I'm going to find the design that I want. I'm going to go on images, and this time I'm going to search up positivity. And then I'm going to find a design that I like. Okay, I like this one, so I'm going to select this and then add to canvas. And this time, I'm only going to do one side because I'm going to use it as a display for my desk to remind myself that a positive attitude changes everything. And then it's just going to be a basic cut, one color. So I'm going to attach this whole SVG as one color. And then once I have that set up, I'm going to erase all of this, delete. And this is the only thing that I'm going to cut out with the Cricut. And always remember to mirror the image when you're doing a mug design. And the material that we're going to be using is the ink transfer sheet. So we're going to select that, and then we're going to go ahead and cut our Infusible ink. For the first mug, we're going to be using this Infusible ink transfer sheet in the color Watercolor Splash. Next, we place the sheet on our Cricut mat, and I like to use a roller to make sure it's really on the mat. If you like press it down with your fingers, there's a risk that some of the ink might transfer to your fingers, so it's best to use a roller. Then I loaded my mat into my Cricut Maker 3 and I just let it work its magic. Once it's done cutting, the way I like to weed my stuff is just straight on the mat, because since it's already being held down, it just makes things a little bit more easier. For this design, we're weeding out the letters because we only want to focus on keeping the background. Once we're done weeding the transfer sheet, the way I like to take it off the Cricut mat is simply flip it over, and you just hold down the transfer sheet and then you peel back the Cricut mat. Next, we're going to start getting our other design ready to cut, and we're going to be using Pink Lemonade transfer sheet this time. Next, we load it into our Cricut Maker and let it work its magic. And then we are going to weed it. This time I decided to take it off the Cricut mat and just weed it by hand. And to be honest, it was a little bit more difficult, so next time I will definitely be sticking to just weeding straight onto the mat. Next, we're going to start preheating the Cricut Mug Press by simply pressing that button. And while that's warming up, we're going to be using the Cricut ceramic mug blanks. And to prep it, I just simply use a lint roller and I just go around the cup just to make sure all the lint is off and any little debris that is stuck on the cup. Then we're going to carefully attach our transfer sheet onto the mug. And luckily, like, the blank areas are sticky, so it will hold. And then we're also going to be using Cricut's heat resistant tape. With that tape, we're going to apply it to all the edges of the cup. So the two sides, the top and the bottom. And this is just to make sure that that transfer sheet is not going to shift at all. So we want to keep everything in place. Next, we're going to start prepping our other mug for the next design. So the same way, we're just going to use that lint roller and take off any debris that that cup has. Next, we're going to align the transfer sheet on the mug as straight as possible. So I like to use like a little cup cradle so I can hold it in place, and then I measure it to the handle. So I want it the same distance on each side. Once we got it aligned, again, we are going to use the heat resistant tape and attach all the edges. So both of the sides, the top and the bottom, all around, because we do not want that transfer sheet shifting when it's inside the mug press. Next is the fun part. We are going to insert the mug inside our Cricut Mug Press and simply press down that part. Once your mug is inside the mug press, you have these little lights blinking, and once it blinks to the last one, that's when you know it's finished. It'll also make a little noise to notify you that it's done. Once it's done, you're simply gonna open up that lever, and the handle will be cool to the touch, but be very careful not to touch around the mug because it is gonna be very, very hot. And while that one is cooling down, I'm gonna insert my other one, and I will unwrap it once it's fully cool. Now that our mugs are cool, we are going to peel back the transfer sheet and reveal the beauty of it. I love that once you take off the sheet, the colors are even more vibrant than they were on the transfer sheet. And here is the finished look. I love how these came out. And the cool part is that this ink is completely permanent. They are not coming off, not even in the dishwasher. It's here to stay. That's it for today's video. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.